Okay, this was my first game in Mad Games, the Wasteland. Probably not the best game, but as you can see, a lot of people are getting used to their new abilities, trying them out. So your first few games in Mad Games may be a little bit chaotic. Actually, all the games in Mad Games are going to be chaotic. It is a brawling game. And slow tanks like this AT-15 are at a severe disadvantage. Also, I think all of the Mad games that I have been Supremacy. So if you're not good at Supremacy, you're probably not going to like it. Also, if you are one of those people that likes to just sit in the back and wait for the enemy to drive in front of your gun, this is not the game for you.
Another one like that should finish now.
See, got a little bit of a hit, but bumping the tank next to me, it's all gone. And that is another thing about these Mad games. You want to keep together. Your abilities all work better whenever you're close together. Healers can't heal you if you're on the opposite side of the battlefield. And TDs can't target the irradiated targets if they're on opposite sides of the battlefield. That was my little speed boost ability to get me out of trouble. It's not the best ability because it does do engine damage for 10 seconds afterwards, but it can be useful. Also, the sandstorm limits visibility, as you can see, but also encourages brawling type games.
Another one like that should finish now. Enemy destroyed. We got him.
They're getting a lot of bounces on me because they can't see through the sandstorm to target my weak spots.
Nice shot.
So for experienced players that know where the weak spots are without having to see the red, it's definitely going to be an advantage for you. And unfortunately my team got a little too focused on fighting and didn't notice that the bases had been capped, and we're going to lose this one on points. But still, it is a very good game for you to see what the new ability tactics are. Put up pretty good damage, but as with often true in Supremacy, damage doesn't equal the win. And also, there is no military honor in Supremacy, so there is no up thumb, down thumb. It's pretty much you do it, move on. See, our team did more damage, but their team kept the bases, so they won. And another thing is the tanks with the healing abilities are probably not going to put up as big a damage in this, and that's going to make a lot of the Unicroms not want to use those abilities. Plus, you have to use premium ammo to do it at range, and that's going to get expensive. Generally, the best choice is to stay close and just ram or rub against your fellow teammates, or ram the enemy to get yourself healed if you have that vampire ability. Okay, this is the Firefly Desert Sands in Mad Games. The Firefly is an excellent sniper tank. I'm going over here to hopefully bully some lights and capture A. The Firefly also has the ability of the automatic camo reset, so anytime you're out of line of sight with the enemy, your camo gets reset. That's my speed boost ability to cross over there without getting shot.
We've lost a track.
I do get a track hit there, but I'm into this VK.
One of our tracks was hit. Nice shot.
And he's done.
We hit them hard.
M4 is done. But they've capped both B and C, so now they're going to start getting points like crazy. Going over here for the Koromori, which is across the line into the sands. He uses his chameleon ability. I use my speed boost to get away from him. That Stug has popped up on me. Not sure who, but somebody hit him with a radiator, which means he takes extra damage, ensuring the kill for me. Go over here just as the Koromori gets finished off. We are now up on tanks, but down, but losing on points. Not just yet, but there we go. We're right at, they're gaining points faster than us because they have 2 bases, which means we're going to have to kill this last one. I come over here hoping to pop up and spot and get a shot on him. Doesn't quite work. But one of my teammates takes him out for the win. $1,400 damage, not bad. Not a great game, but not bad. The Firefly does earn credits quite well, as you can see. 60 in biogas. Top damage, hit 4 tanks, 1 assist damage.
Let's go.
This is Mad Games, the Churchill 3 and the Wasteland. Churchill 3 doesn't really have the best of abilities in this. It has the stronger armor buff, which gives it a lot of bounces. You basically get 2 automatic bounces from, out of 3 shots. And it has the increased damage buff, but with its low alpha and the fact that by the time you get to use it, you're usually in a brawl and don't want to give up the hit points, I haven't really found it to be very useful. Going over here to a little sniper slash spotting spot that I've found. Try and see exactly where the enemy is and where I'll be most useful. Unfortunately, my team is diving all into the first tank they see and getting deleted rather quickly. Not enough gun depression to get shots there, so I drop down a little bit, and then I'm able to get some shots in.
Punched right through their armor.
Mad Games is a fast, brawling game, but you do still need to use cover because you never want to get shot, no matter what kind of game you're in. The idea of this game is to shoot the enemy until you're dead, and try to not get shot in the process. And a lot of people tend to forget the second part. Working that Cromwell pretty well, but then I realized there's two other tanks. Where are they? And about that time, there he is. And he's irradiated me, so I'm going to be taking major damage. I get a couple of shots into him, but with two tanks shooting me, I don't last very long, especially when irradiated. Middle of the pack on damage, one of the only ones to get a kill. But basically the team just died. Okay, this is the Tiger 1 Desert Sands. Of all of the tanks, I would say the Tiger 1 probably has the best combination of abilities. It has the passive vampire ability where you can regain hit points by doing damage, and it has the active increased damage ability for a cost of your own hit points. But with the two abilities combined, you can recover those hit points by ramming people and shooting the enemy. Pull up to A-cap, spot two tanks, pull back, wait for the team to realize, oh yeah, they're over here. And now they're pulling up behind me, so pull forward and I spot yet another tank, the TD. Team is still being pretty passive. I have now spotted 5 of the enemy tanks.
Ricochet.
And instead of flanking, my team rushes in. So I'm going to try to rush in and save them. Get one bounce, one hit.
Ammo hit. We're lucky it didn't blow.
Sometimes I'll let damage go, but with an ammo rack, you definitely want to go ahead and take care of it, because another ammo rack hit and you're gone. And see, that SU had the right idea. He went over there, shot him once, kited him back to the group. That CDC took the bait, and now he is being deleted.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Another one goes in for his superior ram kill and gets superior ram kill. And at this point we realize that since they're capping B and C, these guys have no support, so we rush in.
We nailed them bad.
rush in to clear these guys before
Right through their armor.
they get out. They get support. The support gets here, but a little too late. I rammed this guy, which helps my hit points and hurts
Your log
his.
is damaged.
One left. I realize I'm not going to get a shot on him. I want to keep this guy alive just in case. I hit him with one APCR, and at the same time the other guy gets taken out. And like I said, the Tiger 2 has probably the best combination of abilities there. This is not my highest damage game, but unfortunately I seem to have the bad luck of if I get a high damage game, then I get a loss. I do 3.5k, 4k damage, and my team goes 0. So this is an average damage game where the team pretty much all worked together and stayed close together so that their abilities worked on each other, and we all got decent damage and we all got the win. Third on damage. Spotted 4 tanks. Killed one. Heavy damage on another one. Or 2. And overall, just a pretty good game. And this is pretty much... I think I've pretty much covered all of the abilities, or all of the major abilities that are in Mad Games. And just to recap, the most important thing, stick together. Your abilities work better when you're together. Your faster reload abilities only kick in whenever there's 2 or 3 enemies, or 2 or 3 allies close to you. Your healing abilities can only work whenever you're bumping into each other, or at least able to shoot each other. Your radiator damage increasing abilities only work whenever some other tank can also shoot that tank. So that's probably the number one thing of Mad Games. Stay together. Stay in the group. Don't go off by yourself, because if you run into 2 or 3 tanks together, you will be deleted even faster than you would normally. All in all, I have to say this is one of the best events that Wargaming has ever come up with. I've been pretty disappointed with Wargaming lately, with all of their ideas to try to curb the seal clubbers and basically backfiring and angering the experienced players that are not seal clubbers but still enjoy it, and lessening their enjoyment of the game, trying to get rid of the seal clubbers. But this is probably one of the better ideas that Wargaming has had, and I hope they do more events like this in the future. That's it for Bacchus. Good night, and watch your back. Okay, this is Mad Games Desert Sands with the T-25. The T-25 has the healing ability and the super fast reload. I pull up, I take one shot there, and then I see 3 guns aiming for that spot, so I pull back. The WZ, not so much. This guy's on our front line, so I use my APCR to give him a couple of healing shots, make him live a little longer. Then I take a shot, so I pull back where they can't hit me, and try to keep him alive as a target a little while longer. Unfortunately, he uses that time to charge in, and this guy uses his chameleon ability to get past all my allies here. Get a little bit of healing back, but sort of chaos here right now, and nobody really notices how much trouble I'm in until too late. I've got inside here, but unfortunately, the team decides to go to help the other guy. But they do manage to clean up one tank. That one gets our Fox. And the Tortoise is trying to get a shot on him, and the guy pulls in between our two allies there to, well, the two dead tanks. So the Tortoise just tries to get behind him and ends up getting sandwiched in there. He thinks the guy is gone, tries to go through, and now they're all wedged together. The bow just pushes him, wedges him into the corner, and finishes him off. Not a lot of damage here, primarily because I used all those shots on healing instead of doing damage, so as I said before, your damage may suffer during this game, but it's worth it.